What a weekend. Damn.
Yeah, there's a Blue Dot family.
Damn sure is, baby. And, oh, hell, see, there's always something. You always think you got everything done. There's always one damn thing left to do that you didn't get done. Didn't have my light on. How y'all doing, baby? It is Sunday. It is Sunday. It's time for another Blue Dot family meeting. I hope you had a spectacular weekend. I hope you enjoyed yours. I sure enjoyed mine, most of it. There were moments. Anyway, Sherry Puckett was the first one to jump in, followed by Gary Spring up in Canada. The remixtress is with us, baby. And Bart Larson, Dwayne Dwizzle's here. Let me see, Jeanette Miller. Bart's in here twice. BW is with us, Deborah Douglas. My neighbor, Tracy Tobias. Why am I not hearing this right? I'm not hearing this right. Where was I? Tracy Tobias, Bart Larson, that smart-ass squaw is amongst our midst. Let me see. Dwayne Dwizzle's here. Bruce Preston. Mark Perkins, glad to see you there. Gary Sprague. Jay Clayton. John and Steph and I are trying to spend some holiday quality time. I seen your post, buddy. I seen it on Facebook. I heard. I'll quote you. I think I love her. You're just now making up your shit. We all knew that a long time ago. Jay, come on, brother. Get with the program. You got to catch up with the rest of us. Anyway, let me see. Michael Falbister is here. Keith Thompson, our buddy up in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Let me see here. Karen Van Wyck is here. Thank you. I swear I'm going to lose my freaking mind. Joe Garcia. Hey, baby, que paso? Thank you very much, Joe. The tamales were fantastic. The hot sauce was indeed hot, my friend. And everybody here in the family enjoyed it very, very much. Thank you very much, Joe. Jeff Curry, Michael Johnson, everybody's here. Let's get on down here. Well, how'd y'all's weekend go? Well, go ahead and ask me. How'd your weekend go, John? Well, it went fine. Right up until yesterday. Anyway, I want to start off my show by saying, congratulations, Army. They won a fantastic ball game yesterday in the 120-some-odd history of the Army-Navy game, and I mind you, Navy is still ahead. Hey, Carolyn and John, how you doing? I hope y'all are feeling better, baby. Out of the 120-some-odd year history, 123, I think. Navy is ahead 67-54 wins with several ties, but this is the first time in history that this game went into overtime to be won, and it was a fantastic game all the way through to the end. Navy sang first, which was not my option. Army sang second, and so kudos to Army. They put on a fantastic game. Go Navy, but Army, congratulations, baby. You did a fantastic job. And as I said today, that's what the game is, baby. That game is so important to so many people, so many veterans. Pay attention to that game, especially if you were in the Army or the Navy. You have a tendency to pay attention to it, but it's America's game. But it again proves once again that those people can come onto that field as opponents and fight like hell, and then stand up proudly and sing their alma mater in front of the opposing team. It's a brotherhood, baby. Doesn't matter. After that game, we're all back on the same team, baby. We're all going in the same direction. And I like to think that's the way we are here in this Blue Dot family, that we're always heading in the right direction. And I think it's a good thing to do. Anyway, I want to thank Joe Garcia for providing my family with tamales, and thank you, Joe.
You're very welcome. Hey,
your wife makes fantastic tamales, buddy. Huh?
Hey, baby, ¿qué pasó?
Hey, baby, ¿qué pasó?
Trump is such a lonely vato.
He's a lonely vato. It's going to get worse, buddy.
They're left and right. They're jumping ship.
Pendejo. That's what he is. Yes, well, pardon my French. It's French, right? Pendejo, that's French?
Oh.
Sort of.
Le pendejo.
Yeah. Yeah, that's who he is. Don't worry about it. His day's coming. You know, we're going to slide into it. I think we're going to start seeing a whole lot more activity starting this week, really. You know, we only have what is today, the 11th? We have 10 days. 10 days until the January 6th committee puts out their report. And it's going to be a blockbuster, baby. But I think we're going to see more movement before then.
More good news.
More good news coming around the corner. Miss Chick, how are you, baby?
I'm good. Just trying to finish my chores that I neglected this weekend.
Well, it's good that you neglected them. And I presume that means you got a good rest and just kicked back and chilled all weekend?
Halfway.
Well, me too. It was halfway. I sat back and watched the whole game, the Army-Navy game. And,
sports ball.
Oh, yeah, sports ball, baby. Well, that's the one game, my kids know if my team is not in the Super Bowl, there is always a chance I could miss the Super Bowl. But I'm never missing this game. I don't miss this game. It's a personal thing. You know, most people, like I said, if you're in the Army or the Navy, this game means a lot to you. So,
That's a good thing.
I got to give it to Army. They played a good game. It went into, I think it was. I know it was double overtime. I don't know if it went into triple overtime before they won, but I can't remember. And that was just yesterday, so it tells you where my head's been. But,
More good news, John.
More good news. What, Joe?
The Cowboys won.
Did they? See, I didn't even know that today.
I almost had a heart attack.
I did not see the game today. Nope.
I almost had a heart attack. I spoke some French and some Italian, and I don't know what else I spoke, but I was jumping.
You were good. I'm glad to hear that. Makes my day even a little bit. Let me see. Volume too low. Uh-oh. How do I fix that? Travis told me how to fix that one time. I don't know. See if that's
for you or for us?
I just saw Bill Jones just say volume is low. Jeff Curry did too. Let me see if I can. I don't know if that cranks it up. Does it make it any better? Somebody let me know if that's any better at all. Because I'm moving buttons over here.
You're okay on Discord, and you were okay on YouTube.
Okay, outstanding. DJ, how are you?
Pretty good. I used to watch the Army-Navy game when I was in high school all the time. That was a big thing for us.
Used to watch it?
A lot of fun. Yeah, when I was young, back in the days when the TVs were black and white, but people probably don't remember that.
Are you dead? I assume you're not dead because you're talking, right? That's a personal assumption on my part, but then there ain't no reason for missing it.
No,
today I will pray for you, my friend.
No, I missed it. I apologize because I was busy yesterday shopping.
Oh, bless my family. They know that that's the one game, Dad. They set everything put aside. Dad is couch time, and he don't move until the game's over. So, but I don't do that with all my. I don't do it for the Cowboys anymore. I used to, but shit, I got a life. My place is starting to look like Christmas around here. We got the tree up, got ornaments, got decorations all around the house. I got my little Christmas tree. I don't know if y'all see it there in my with the little blue and white snowflakes, and I got all my ornaments
you can see it.
that people have sent me over the years. So we're beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Yeah, it's time to get the season, baby. It's right around the corner. What do we got? 15 days? Something like that? 14?
Oh.
It's nigh, baby. It's coming up close. Are y'all ready? Wasn't that enthusiastic? Come on now. It's the season.
Only presents I buy are for my grandkids.
Yeah,
it's the silly season.
I didn't say a damn thing about buying presents yet. I said I got my decorations and shit up. But I ain't done no shopping yet. Well, I did. Because Mama's really been wanting something. Actually, I got it. No, she's already gotten it. Used it last night, as a matter of fact. I'm not wanting, I'm going to wrap some shit. There'll be shit under the tree, but this is one that she wanted, and in a couple of days here, it's going to get real cold. Like down in the 40s. Cold.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. So for us, that's winter.
Well, this must be something that'll keep her warm, huh?
It is, yes, me. That's who keeps her warm. What did you think? An electric blanket? Is that what you thought?
I'd take an electric blanket.
Well, that's what she got. She got an electric blanket because she can't rely
Not
on me
from-
anymore to
not-
keep her warm. I guess it was her wish of what to do.
Well, I need it for my feet. My feet are always cold.
Yeah. Well, Johnny Fly,
Yes.
what are you doing? Are you ready for Christmas?
What
What is it? Ah, shit. Y'all got to
Oh,
get
well.
the season here, baby.
Hey, I'm just
Tis the-
happy my Eagles won today.
Did they?
Yes, they
look at here.
did.
The Chiefs beat Denver 34-28. Michael Johnson lets us know.
Oh,
little sports
boy.
ball going
well,
on today.
I hope those Cowboys are ready for the Eagles. I believe it's Christmas Eve they're going to be playing.
Oh, buddy, we born ready.
Oh,
It's right there. It's right there.
We,
Prerequisite for being a cowboy. You got
The
to be
That's
record
right.
is
born
12
ready.
for Philly is 12-1. 12 wins, 1 loss. So those Cowboys better get ready because we're going to fly all over them.
Uh-huh.
They're gonna be some feathers flying.
Uh-huh. Big talk there.
That's right,
talk.
from tackling them.
Sounds like a whole lot of winning going on.
All right.
Yeah, you're right because we're a winning team. We're not like Trump. where
Hey, hey,
they're-
hey, hey,
they're-
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else.
Does anybody know
No,
how
I
the
do.
Cowboys did?
They won.
I mean, the Cowboys,
won.
the Lions.
Yes. Lions? I don't know.
We can take a
Gary
guess on the
Springs says his
Lions there,
team is
DJ.
Green Bay.
As soon as the Cowboys won, I went outside and started some chores.
Bart Larson's a Bengals fan now. He used to be a Browns fan. Now he's a Bengals fan. I'll pray for you too. Don't worry, I'm going to pray for all y'all.
The Buccaneers are losing. Let's see, who are they playing?
San
the
Francisco.
Buccaneers. San Francisco. Yeah.
That's right.
Well, I
And
remember Tom
Welcome
Brady.
to WSPRT Sports, 24 hours a day. Tune in anytime. We'll tell you what's going on.
Well, hell.
Lord,
Tom
I
Brady-
didn't know turkeys couldn't fly.
Turkeys?
Do you
Yes,
remember-
they can fly.
Now
I've
when
seen
that-
them
Tom
fly.
Brady.
Toss one
Now
out
when
the
they
airplane,
blew 'em
he'll
out of a
fly all the way to
helicopter.
the ground, buddy. I'm telling you.
Hey, Tom Brady should have stayed retired because he's not doing shit today. They're losing 35. What was it? Who's winning? 35 to 7. I'm
Are you
looking
shitting
for
me?
it.
Did I miss it? Oh, man. Bill
What did you
Jones
miss?
just put in there. I didn't know who the Cowboys were playing today because after yesterday's ball game, I didn't have time for it today to
Houston,
watch.
I
it.
believe.
didn't.
No,
As a matter of
was it
fact, our
Houston?
internet was off, so we didn't have TV for a long time. But
Cowboys beat
Bill-
the Houston Texans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm looking around the corner because. Did you say? I'm sorry, y'all. Just pardon me for just a minute. Did you say that the Cowboys beat the Texans?
Oh, they did.
It's my wife. She's a
That was
she's a
dumb,
Texans fan.
dumb luck, John. Dumb luck.
She's a Texans fan. She don't
I
like.
tell you what, my heart was jumping, and I don't know what I was speaking. I was speaking some kind of language.
Well, I didn't. I wished I would have seen it. I liked that game, the Cowboys and Texans. I was just so preoccupied with the Army Navy game that was my game for the weekend.
Yeah. Well, I missed watching that. I root for Army. So
What's that?
I missed the Army Navy game, but I root for Army every time they play.
Oh, what happened to Johnny Fly? Oh my God, he's got booted out of the room. What happened? It must be an internet thing.
I'm not taking any side.
That's wise. That's wise. What happened, Johnny Fly? I didn't know what happened. You were saying something, and all of a sudden, boom, you were gone.
Yeah, I wonder why.
No, I don't know.
As soon as I mentioned Army.
Ah, there you go again. I think your signal's gone. No, I'll tell you what. It was, for anybody that saw that game knows, it was a fantastic game.
Yeah, downright. I missed it.
Downright. It was back and forth
I'm
all
sure
the
the
time. It was well worth
Replay.
it.
I'll try and catch the replay, John.
It's well worth it. You know, they battle it out
Johnny
back
Fly?
and forth. They tie it up at the end of the game 10-10. And neither one of them, you know, they've struggled the whole game. And what happens next? freaking Army makes a touchdown. Oh, shit, they're 7 ahead. Navy's got one shot. What happens? They throw a pass and make a touchdown. Tied up again, baby. It was a battle all the way to the end. If Navy had not fumbled on the 3-yard line, that was the teardrop right there. We
Don't you
were
love those
on our
games,
way
Tom?
into that end zone, baby.
When
we
they're
dropped
that
the ball.
close, boy, that keeps you on the edge of your seat.
It does. It was Cassie Hicks, Hoorah Army. It was a very good game indeed, and I know Cassie's was for Army. I know we have a lot of Army.
Go Army.
He was going
Army
to say
people.
sympathizers, Army sympathizers.
Army sympathizers.
Go Air Force.
Oh, baby! But again, the symbolic nature of that game is at the end of the game, when if the tradition is the loser sings their alma mater first, the winner sings it last, and that's always the competition right there, is who sings last. And if you watch, if you ever notice, during those alma maters, there are no Army guys making goofy sounds or making goofy signals up there in the stands. It's a
Respect.
it's a very high respect, and the same thing happens when Army sings theirs. There are nobody up there doing cat calls or bullshit.
I really like the dress uniforms that the Army and the Navy guys have on in the stands.
Oh.
They really look sharp.
That's West Point and Annapolis. That's the colors.
Right.
My
And they
son
look
asked
it.
me-
And they,
My son asked me, Dad, do they have to go to boot camp when they're done? They're in boot camp, and it was the only time
4
we used
years.
we used to have midshipmen come to the Naval Air Station down here in Corpus Christi. I was petty officer 2nd class, and it's the only time. I mean, we had whole crews come down here, whole class come down here for aviation shit, and we would take great pride in telling them to get the hell out of the way in the chow hall. Who do you think you are? Midshipmen, get the fuck out of the way. Real Navy's coming through. We got things to do. It's the only time in your life you're ever going to tell an officer to get the fuck out of the way. So you take that opportunity lightly when it comes along. So
I thought a master sergeant could tell an officer off.
I don't think so, buddy.
Well, I thought they were working for a living, so they could tell the all officers where to go.
No. You got to understand the hierarchy. Well, the
What do you want?
all officers are over enlisted, but not always in the intelligent way. Yeah, I would put my faith in Master Chief in the Navy more than I would a JG or an ensign. You know, that chief's been around the Navy for 20 some odd years.
My boss in the Air Force was a master sergeant, I guess it's
there you
called,
go. Yes,
and he
master
told off
sergeant.
a colonel. He told off a colonel one day.
Yeah, you get in trouble for that shit. Doesn't say you can't do it. You can do it. There's just going to be consequences for what you do. That's all.
Well,
Well, you
the colonel
never
wanted
did
in,
that,
wanted
John,
in.
did you?
The main point was that after the game is when you see the real tradition come through, and that is the coming together of the services. And it
Well,
doesn't
John,
matter.
you never told any officer off, did you? You don't look like the type of.
No, I never told an officer off. I have pissed a few of them off. As a matter of fact, when I left VP 47 Moffatfield, California, going to VP 19 in Moffatfield, California, I was going across the hangars to another new squadron. They were going to transition to the new aircraft, and I was being transferred over there to help with the transition. And as I was checking out at VP 47, one of the biggest compliments I ever got in my life was the maintenance officer when I went to go sign out, and he took my paper to sign up, and he looked at it, he looked up at me, and he said, Bridwell, you're a son of a bitch. He said, but you're a persistent son of a bitch. I wish you well in your new job. Signed my papers, and I was out of there. The reason he said that was because I fucking pissed on his lake one time. He gave me some shit before about some minor crap, but that didn't have really anything to do with it. I downed his aircraft. Yeah, one of his inertial navigation systems was down. He was making a gedunk run, I think, to St. Louis for a family. I don't know what it was. But the system wasn't up, and I wouldn't release the airplane. And he kept telling me he could go with one, and I said, no. It's against flight rule with one INS. You need two. In case one of them fails, you got to know where the fuck you are. And so I wasn't going to release the plane, and he was like about, I don't know, 6 hours
Hmm.
late before I got a new computer installed. And he wasn't happy with me, but I didn't give a shit.
It's called redundancy.
It wasn't his
John.
airplane until I released it.
Well, it's called
That's the way it is.
redundancy, John. That's how airplanes
Well, if he
are
would have
made.
fucking crashed on the way and they would have said, hey, what happened? Then my ass would be on the line. No, we don't play that.
Oh yeah,
No.
big
Well,
time.
I ain't
On the front of the airplane, John, what are those little hooks that come out? Are they radar or something?
little hooks.
In front of the windshield, they got little hooks sometimes on the nose of the plane. They look like your finger bent half in an L shape,
That-
upside down L.
That is called a PDOT tube.
And what do they do?
That gives you airspeed for one. It's pointed in the direction the airplane is going in, so it's capturing the speed of the aircraft. There's other information it gives you. There's two of them. One is called a PDOT tube. One is called a static port. Static port, you
Okay.
can't really see. It's up against the side of the aircraft and measures barometric pressure.
I guess it doesn't matter if they're taped on. I watched a guy tape one on the
It's
airplane
not
one.
good to be taped on. No,
Oh man.
nothing
Well, you have to-
externally airplane should involve tape.
Well, I know when
well.
when the plane is parked, the pitot tube or whatever, they have to put a thing in there with a flag on it.
Yeah,
Because
it's covered.
if you don't do
Really?
that, you get mud double watts get
Yeah,
in there. And
Wasp
yeah.
get in there, bee get in there, something get in there, and next thing you know, you're up flying and you ain't got no instrumentation. You're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
That's not good.
a good pre-flight always make sure. But
I was just gonna say, yep.
that's what it's all about. That's what all of us is about. We're doing a pre-flight right now on the next 2024 election. We're kicking the tires and making sure everything's right before we kick off the,
Well, what do you
Kick off
think?
the deck,
What do you think
baby.
about? What do you think about that cinema? Why do you think she did what she did? Do you think she did it for spite, or do you think she really just wants to be an independent?
I think
She was never really a Democrat.
I think she does not want to face a primary in 24 because she was going to be primaried for her seat in the Democratic primary. By her switching party to independent, she will not face a competitor in the Democratic primary.
But there'll
He
be a
just played the
three-way.
game.
There will be a three-way race between the Republican, the Democrat, and her. So,
She's
Yeah.
hoping
But
that she
that-
already has enough constituents
Yeah.
to pull it off.
well, Agnes King is an independent, and so is Bernie Sanders. But they caucus with the Democrats. I suspect nothing will change right now.
She claims that she's still going to caucus with the Democrats.
Yeah, so we haven't lost
Well-
a seat.
The only difference, John, I believe, is that she has more leverage. Who's gonna be on her side? She can make deals with the Republicans or the Democrats.
Yeah.
It leaves her more, open. She has voted mainly with the Democrats. That's how we got most of this stuff Joe Biden has gotten done through the Senate, with all senators being on board with that shit.
Well,
So
There's a Democrat right now in I don't know if it's in Phoenix or somewhere in Arizona who is it's Arizona, right? That's where she's from.
yes,
Anyway,
Yeah.
he's already started a campaign for the Democratic nomination.
yes,
I don't remember his name.
yes. Senate or Congressman. I want to say Biggs, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, he's a congressman.
Yeah, there's a
Howdy,
congressman
guys.
who's very popular in Arizona that has already kind of given notice that he planned to primary her in 24, and that removes that threat. She will not lose her seat to another Democrat who will be on the ballot. She's going to
Well-
remain on the ballot anyway.
But in the
How are you guys?
meantime, let's remember that she votes Biden's bills 93% of the
Yes,
time.
93% of the time she votes.
Has voted 100% to approve every Biden judicial nominee. Twice voted to convict Trump and remove him from office.
Yeah.
Voted
Well,
against
yeah, but-
Amy Coney Barrett being placed on the Supreme Court, and voted to put Ketanji Brown Jackson on
She
the
is
Supreme Court.
not as bad as some have demonized her to be.
And in the-
she has
Well,
cost
she voted
us.
against raising the minimum wage.
Yes,
Well, in the final 3 weeks here of the session, she is trying to help pass the DACA bill to protect over 2
Okay.
million dreamers.
like Bill says, she votes 90% of the time with Democrats. It's the 10% of the time she votes with Republicans that we have to worry about.
Right.
Oh, look at
How are
that.
you doing,
Jenny
John?
popped up. I'm doing fine, Asgard. Let me call this out real quick before we get into it. Michael Johnson just came in with $5 and said 150 miles northwest of KCMO, Kansas City, Missouri, is the largest Keystone leak in this pipeline history.
I saw that.
14,000 barrels in Washington County, Kansas. Fuck Trump. Yeah,
I
there's a
thought the
problem.
pipe was closed.
I
thought the pipe was
Keystone
closed down.
Pipe, it has not been completed.
There are many
think.
pipes.
Yeah, there's lots of pipes, buddy. Believe me, there are pipes running all across this country, up and down, crossways, sideways, every which way you could think of.
Remember when the Republicans were saying the price of gas was up because of the Keystone pipeline being shut down?
Yeah, well, that's a bunch of bullshit because you have to understand what the Keystone Pipeline is. Keystone Pipeline comes from Canada, trying to reach the Gulf of Mexico to down here to get oil sands out of Canada. And oil sand is the worst kind of oil that you can pull out of the freaking. They don't even pull it out; they mine it. Sand is an abrasive. You don't think you can't put that shit in a pipe and it's not going to eat the shit out of it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And by the way, it's not our fucking oil. So all this screaming about the Keystone Pipeline, we got to get this all the way. For what? Canada could have put a pipeline from up there where they are. I forgot the state up there, which one in Canada it is, over to the damn coast. But they don't want to pump oil off of that coastline. They want to pump it down here to the Gulf of Mexico in case, anything happens, it'll spill on our shit. So I have no sympathy for the Keystone Pipeline whatsoever. Build the shit across your country. If it leaks, let it leak on your land. How's that?
Yeah.
Because it's not benefiting the American people at all.
And also it's going across indigenous people's land.
Yes.
Mhm.
They don't give a
This
shit.
is exactly what they were afraid of.
Yeah.
Is spoiling their water.
Asgard, how are you, Mus Man?
I'm good. Can't complain. Wouldn't do any good anyway.
No, wouldn't do any good at all. How is Spock?
He's good. He was watching me play video games earlier. Now he's taking a nap.
Well, Asgard, do you know what I have in my house?
Cats.
I have cats in my house. Do you know how many cats now since the last time I was on the air?
I'm gonna guess more.
I have more. I have 5 more today than I had in
Aw.
this house on, when was the last time we were on together? Thursday? So this happened Friday night. Friday night.
Cats make everything better.
Yeah, well, I got 5 new ones in a closet right over there.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
You know, if I ever time travel back in time and get fantastically rich and own a castle, it's going to be filled with cats, right?
Well, of course. What else? would you
Trap,
put-
neuter, release, John. Trap, neuter, release.
That's
No, it's more like
Yeah.
just trap and neuter, and then they live
yeah.
with me.
yeah. I've already gotten the I got it. Dad has to go get some cats fixed around here. It started that conversation by saying we, and I immediately said, well, "What's this we shit? We ain't gonna
Who's
do
speaking
nothing."
French?
It's we. You get that shit done. But yeah, no.
It's
I've
like the
got-
royal
I've got
we when the
5
queen says we are not amused.
Yeah, we are not amused. But no, I have 5
yeah.
new kittens over there, and ain't got their eyes open yet. But Little Bit has been the good mama that she was before, so no worries.
Are they
except
little
for-
bits babies again?
Yes.
Oh,
Now,
John.
mind you, her other 3 are sitting. They ain't growed up yet. They're just little
No.
kittens. Oh shit! I got to get her fixed. Slut. Yes, you heard me.
You better do that soon, John, or you're going to have a
No
big zoo
shit.
down there.
No shit. This already out of hand.
Yeah.
Because
She's
right
Are you
a
now.
trying to
Hogwarts.
start the? Are you trying to beat me the cat
I
sanctuary?
think so
John?
because y'all ain't doing the math here. That's the 3 kittens that Little Bit had before are still kittens, are out on the front porch, and the 3 kittens.
Where are the poppy
Wait a
cats?
minute, the 3 kittens that was born outside the house that came up here on the porch. Their mama brought them up, so I have 6 kittens outside, and 5 more in here. Do the math. That's 11. I now have
And that's
11
just the kittens.
freaking kittens here.
I
Oh,
bet
did
you
I,
that sounds so
Yes,
cute.
cat food. I
They're
need
probably
cat
all
food. Anybody
new.
want to make donations? Make it for cat food.
Uh-huh.
Because I buy cat
bet-
food every time I turn around.
Oh, and
John,
You need
John,
to go. You need to go fishing.
Yeah. Well, there's a river
Uh,
back there. They can know how to get down there on the damn river and snatch one out of there. Damn it, I see
There
it
you
on
go.
TV.
A bag of cat food is $30
Tell me
that
about it.
I'm looking for my cat.
Yeah, no, mine, I usually get about a 15, 16-pound bag for about $15. But I'll go through
Yeah.
that in no time. I mean, it's like, shit, I can't walk out the door without 10 cats at my feet at least.
Well,
15
that
at
cat,
breakfast.
15 pounds won't last.
Yeah, no, it don't last till the water gets hot.
There must be a cat network, and they say we know where to go to get our food. Come on
They're all
down. follow
black or black and white. I got one gray. That's it out of
I
all
love-
these cats.
I love the black and white ones. I think they're so cute.
They're pretty.
Maybe
what
you should
one
have the
thing I would
fathers muted.
definitely.
muted.
You know what's something I
Yeah.
would do if I actually had the money to do it, though. Honestly,
What?
I'd buy myself some nice land on the side of the Rocky Mountains up in Colorado and build myself a nice Victorian mansion in forest green and ebony wood.
Well, that
Tons
sounds,
of
So-
cats.
that sounds pretty. That sounds nice.
But if it's Victorian, you have to have 3 colors. Victorians have to be painted 3 colors.
Yes, it was going
Where
to
do
be
y'all learn this
gray,
shit?
black, and well, the carpeting is going to be dark green. The wallpaper
Oh, you
is
got
going
it down
to
to
be
the carpet.
forest green.
Oh, we got big dreams, baby. We got big.
I'm telling you.
You know what I
Keep
dream
it up,
about?
John.
I dream about
Well-
paying my bills, baby. That's what I do. If I win the lotto, oh hell, I'll pay all my bills. Shit, that's the first thing.
No,
that
this
comes
is what
to
I
mind.
would do after I paid the bills.
Oh, after you pay the bills.
Because
Well,
all I need is one good home and a
I
decent
done
internet
told y'all
connection.
what I'm doing.
I would
I'm
love to be
coming to
living
your
up in the
house.
mountain.
If I ever won the
Right.
lotto, I'm coming to your house.
Yeah, I'd
I
be your
end up
next
being
door
that
neighbor.
dude
Mine
that
is
lives
that
up on the
stuff.
mountain
John's
that everyone
fine.
thinks is eccentric, but no, everyone knows is harmless.
Oh, that's gonna be you.
He's just, yeah, I'm going to be that weird dude that every town has because you either
Uh.
you either end up with the weird eccentric that avoids everyone or the weird eccentric that just dresses strange.
I'm gonna be the guy sitting outside your house with a blowing the horn on a big RV that I just bought because I'm coming to your house. Let me thank Keith. Boy, howdy, Keith. Be careful, buddy. Came in with a $20 donation and said, to the cat food funding from Catman56. Keith, thank
Hey,
you very much,
Asgard.
brother. That'll
Yeah.
go ways. That'll
Asgard,
go
Don't
ways.
you remember the
encourage it,
movie
Keith.
Shooter?
Y'all think it's seriously getting to be a problem. I got 2 acres out here, about almost 3. You know,
And
they
in
got
3
plenty
years'
of
time, it'll be
room,
full
but
of cats.
Jesus, man, breakfast in
Yeah.
the morning, it's just like trying to get. What the bad thing is walking out my front door. I'm sorry, we just turned this show into the pet parade.
What is the herd
if
of
I
cats
walk out-
called?
Trouble if you got a gallon
Uncontrollable.
of milk in your hand because they'll try to climb up my freaking leg
No,
with claws. They got razor blades at the end of their toes. You know that, don't you?
Yes, they do.
Little
those are murder
shits.
mittens. They got murder mittens on.
Yes, murder mittens. And they try to climb up my leg, and they're not digging into the damn blue jean. They're going for meat. So, yeah.
I like the one, John, that was trying to help you out on Friday for your Good Buzz Friday.
Oh, yeah. Well, today's show, you'll see one in the video I did earlier. There's one ends up in my lap at the end of the video. Because, yeah, I can't go out to the shop now without, at least 3 of them following me. The 3 that were born in the house from a little bit before. Every evening I go outside on the front porch and I sit Indian style on the ground, cross legs, and immediately I have 3 kittens in my lap, all 3 of them purring like shit.
Aw.
Those are the best kind, lap kittens.
it is-
Oh, those are the best
It
kind.
is my moment of zen. It's my chill moment every evening. And now I got the other 3 that were born outside that just now are getting to the point to where, okay, I see you ain't going to kick me or something, so I guess you're all right. They're starting to come around.
Well,
And,
you're a good cat dad. That's why.
well, I am. I'm a good animal dad, period. I love animals.
Mhm.
And,
They
well, look,
sense it. They know it.
let me thank
yeah.
Carol Lowe, who just came in with a $20 donation and said, feed those cats, please. Oh, baby, my cats are fat, and they ain't only getting cat food. Are you shitting me anything that's left around here?
Well, John, every time I take a walk at the local cemetery, there's this couple that always walks this Cocker Spaniel. and her name is
Pretty dog.
Chantal. And every time she sees me, she pulls her owner. That's how excited she is to see me. I say, which one of you guys is taking who for a walk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she comes over, oh, if she wants her belly rubbed and not,
Well,
okay.
When Marcia got up this morning, I couldn't wait to tell her because I thought, oh, look at this. Why didn't I have a video going? I'm sitting there having my coffee out on the at the table there in the dining room there, and got my laptop open. Little bit. This is after a few minutes. I already got up, and the cat and the dog done run around and played a little bit. Vicky is that big ass pit bull is laying at my feet on her side, in that big old belly, just sitting there, and the cat was on the kitten. Now this is a kitten from Little Bit's last group. It's a little black and white kitten. It's the only one that has learned to come through the doggy door. Shit, there's always one smart one. So anytime the doggy door's in, this little kitten can come in the house, so it's already used to Vicky, and they get along fine. Anyway, this morning, the little cat, which isn't named yet, is sitting next to me next to my iPad, looking down at Vicky, and all of a sudden just jumps down and just rubs her head.
Is it a male or a female cat?
It's a little female. She rubs her head, you know how they push up against them, all the way up Vicky's belly. And Vicky just kind of raised her head and looked over there, and then laid back down. And I thought, man, why didn't I get that on film? Nobody.
Well, they do that because they have a scent gland underneath their chin.
Oh, was that what they're doing? Well, she was marking Vicky then, because they get along fine. The kitten is not afraid of that big ass pit bull, and I love it. I just
Can I make a
one of the
suggestion for
things.
the cat's name?
What's that?
Can I make a suggestion for the cat's name?
Sure.
Uhura.
Who?
Uhura from Star Trek.
Uhura. Uhura.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uhura.
Communications
Uhura.
officer from Star Trek.
Yeah. She's a communications officer.
I'm not familiar with
She
Star
wore the
Trek.
short skirts, those short skirts in Star Trek. She was African American. You don't remember her?
No, I'm not a big. I've told y'all before. I hardly ever get to watch TV. If I'm watching TV, it's usually a news program or I'm looking for a documentary or nature or idiots in cars will distract me.
I won't say much more than that, but I saw a documentary on the Murdochs. It's a series. It's really good, John. You should watch it.
I've heard about it. Mark Larson has 22 feral cats. See? There's my brother in life.
What is this, a
some
competition?
got picked up and spayed and neutered, but I think they kept some of the kittens. He had 22. I got 22 around here. I can go out counting them. I know I got 22. Shit, tomorrow I might have 26. I don't know. But I love every one of them. That's who I am. I'm a big animal lover. I got to get a goat. That's what I want. Because ever since our last goat passed away, Jenny's been by herself. So I think I need to get another goat. No horns.
I'll see what I can do. I know where there's a goat.
Do you? No horns, Joe.
Yeah. No, I don't know if he's got horns or not.
No, the horned ones come special, and they require you to sign a legal contract for some reason.
Well, I've had 2 of them with horns, but the last one, boy, you know how a goat is, Joe. It's not the butt that you have to worry about. It's that hook with that horn coming back.
That little hook.
That'll hurt you.
I used to have one that would butt me in the ass. I'd bend over and he'd butt me in the ass.
Yeah, the butting don't hurt. I could be butted all day. Get out of here, Al. But they get that horn up underneath the leg and then just jerk it backwards. Yeah, that thing's got a point on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it can hurt you.
So now you got to have a special contract for livestock. I would never have believed it.
Well, I don't think you have to
Hey,
have
John,
a contract.
did you get to see the Christmas parade?
No, I didn't get over there, Joe. But on my way from your house when I left, I because I had to go by HEB, and I saw probably 3 other floats I saw yours. Joe was fixing his, had the generator in the back of his truck. His trailer was getting all up with lights and everything for the Mathis City Christmas parade. And I saw several other people getting their floats with her. It came home trying to get Marcia to go, and something came up, and we didn't get to go.
I could not believe how many. There was 70 entrants.
Y'all at 70?
Floats.
Wow.
70 floats.
In that little bitty town?
In
That's
that
a
little
lot.
bitty town. I did not know there were so many people along. We ran out of candies.
Could
There
you
was
win
so-
prizes?
Well, I didn't join. I didn't get in there for the prize. I do it for my grandkids. There was a lot of people asking who won. Who won? To me, it doesn't matter. Same thing with my barbecue competitions. The way I look at it is how good did I do and how happy were the people.
Well, it's how happy you make the people, and I'm sure you did.
Oh, I try.
70, man, that's a lot for Mathis, man. That's a big
Oh
parade.
yeah. Oh, there was people from the high school all the way downtown, all the way down
I
to
saw
that
part of
Chevrolet.
the La Posada on TV. We watched a little bit on the big screen. That was really nice. La Posada is a boat parade put on down in Laguna Madre down here
Corpus.
in Corpus, and it's a bunch of boats, big boats, little boats, all sorts of boats, lighted
What's
up.
the occasion?
Christmas,
Christmas.
La
It's a Christmas
Posada.
parade.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Well, they have a boat Christmas parade, huh?
Yes, we have a boat. Well, we have Christmas parade on land too, but this
Mm.
yeah, it's been going on for years. We have a lot of.
We
shit to
have
do.
a one on the 4th of July on our lake.
Oh, we have anything but a boat that will float races. We have all sorts of boat races down here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we are very.
I hate to.
Huh.
I hate to jump out, but I got to cook Mama some supper so I can put her back to bed.
Get her to bed.
I'll
That
see-
woman's got to
All
work
right, have a
all
good
night,
night.
Joe. All night
Yes.
long, she's got to work, buddy.
She worked all night long.
Well, you tell her that those tamales were fantastic. All of them, as I burp. Shit.
Yeah.
And the sauce was outstanding, bro.
I wish I
I-
had one.
I told you that sauce was woo funny.
Yeah. Travis, when Travis went for it, he saw it's not too bad. And then just a few minutes later, he's over there going, I said, what's the matter? He said, well, it just
Hey.
takes a minute to get there, but yeah, that's pretty hot. And I said, yeah, pretty hot. Have some
In
That's
more.
Layton,
right.
yeah. Joe, I'll
Yes.
give you my address if you'll pack some of it in some dry ice and send me a few tamales or.
I tell you what, if Mama starts making some more, because she's gonna retire.
Soon.
and when she does, that's what we're gonna be doing.
Really?
Yeah, she
For
makes
people that don't
gorditas.
know, you can just park on the side of the road anywhere down here, and if you put a sign outside your vehicle that just says tamales, you're going to sell everything you got, baby.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My wife, whenever she has the spirit, so to speak, she makes gorditas,
Gorditas.
and we have sold up to 100 plates.
Really,
What's a
at 10
gordita? I've not had one.
Ooh,
buddy?
I tell you what, it's how can I say, cornmeal tortilla that's put in grease. They puff up. She fills them with either chicken or hamburger meat,
I prefer the chicken.
Mm. Making me
and
hungry.
Oh, they're delicious.
and she does that hot sauce, and it's 3 gorditas, rice and beans, and she sells that for $10. So we've sold up to 100. So that's good money.
When Joe
Well, I like
Joe
it.
barbecues, we're not talking about a little barbecue here. No.
Yeah.
We're talking hundreds of people here.
Do you
Oh,
have
yeah.
habanero sauce? Because I like habanero.
Oh, pray tell. Don't give a challenge, buddy. You like habanero?
I love habanero sauce.
Really?
Yes, habanero cornbread.
Have
It's
you
excellent, man?
Have you had a habanero? Not the sauce, not anything, just the pepper itself.
I've had pieces that when they make cornbread, they cook pieces of the pepper into the cornbread.
No.
No,
That's
no,
diluted.
That's
That's
diluted.
diluted.
That's cheating. That's cheating. You,
Well, I
you
bet I
can't
could
make
eat one.
that. Ooh.
Woo, I've had
I
a
eat,
lot
I
of
eat a
people
whole
say
jar
that.
of jalapenos one
Oh
day.
shit!
Ate the whole damn jar.
Jalapenos are like pickles to me. As a matter of fact, I
Yeah.
prefer them over pickles. They're just like a pickle.
I still bet I could eat one. As long as I got a glass of milk, I'll eat anything.
I draw the line at habanero. Habanero is the hottest freaking thing I have ever tasted in my
I
life.
thought ghost peppers were.
Yeah. Anyway, let me thank Stephanie Dean, who came in with a $5 donation and said, "We have Santa surfing in Cocoa Beach." Well, of course you do. It's Cocoa Beach. She lives in Cocoa Beach. Are you shitting me? We all know about that surfing and beach, sand and sea. Boy, howdy shit. I've seen the pictures of her, Stephanie Dean videos of her going to, I don't know, it's this bar they go to. It's really cool. I don't know which one
Well,
it
I'll
is.
be back
Stephanie is the
after
one.
I'll be back after the after party there, the Blue Room.
All right, Joe, take care of yourself. Tell Mama I said thank you very much.
You're very welcome,
All
John.
right, Joe, I'll talk to you later, buddy.
Talk to you later.
Night, Joe.
Well, it's
Night.
It's been really great since I met him. Ah, I'm telling you, man.
Sounds
his
like
wi-
you guys are having
his
fun.
his wife works at HEB. She's works in the bakery, and that's when he has to go make sure she gets fed, go to bed for a little while because she'll get up in the middle of the night to go to HEB to start making all the bread and all the bakery stuff. So she gets up mighty early in the morning, like I don't know, 2.
That's not my cup of tea.
No. I worked late nights. Many years I gave that shit up for my health. But she's getting ready to retire. She's been with HEB for well over 20 some odd years. So, and HEB in Texas, that's the premium grocery store chain here in Texas.
Well, there's not many places you could work for 20 years without getting laid off or something happening.
No, HEB is not like any other stores I've ever managed it with. You know, I had a niece. My wife and I have been married 45 years. I had a niece when I first met Marcia. Marcia's niece started as a sacker at a local HEB here in Corpus Christi. She stayed with the company, stayed in school, went through college, HEB, and ended up as senior vice president in charge of new product development for HEB. They sent her all around the world, Italy, down to Mexico a lot, to pick, items for HEB. And what a life, baby. And now she's retired and lives in a very nice house in north of San Antonio. You can work for HEB as a career, baby. It's one of those family type companies. It has a lot of benefits for their employees.
There's not many of those left.
No, we need more of them in the country. Okay. Let me see. Michael Johnson says he's planned to be down there in the spring, John, so I'll be time to fish and eat some. Come on down, Michael. You come on down. Fishing and barbecue ain't hard to do thing down here.
Well, first place I come is going to be Joe's.
Just over there the other day. He was getting his trailer already. Anyway, what else are we talking about besides cats, food, and...
Well, did you hear
And
about the
football.
Young Republicans Gala?
What's that?
The Young Republicans Gala was in New York this past weekend.
Did not know.
Yeah. Guess who was there? 2 white supremacists, and they posed with Donnie Jr. and Bannon to get their pictures taken.
Oh, really? Well,
Yes.
That'll be nice. That'll show up in the news somewhere, won't it?
Thanks for a nice
already in the
Christmas
news.
card.
Ain't that
The headline is "Young Republicans Want War."
What? Are you going to argue with that statement?
No, it's true. They
No.
want war.
They want something like that. Is it going to happen? No. They'll have their little group over there. I don't give a fuck how many they got. They can sit over there and pity-patty each other on the ass every day. Are they going to ever have enough power to control this country? No. No, they won't. They're a bunch of
Better hope
delusional
not.
assholes who want to play army, who want to dress up and play, oh, we're going to take over the country. We're going to fix this shit. No, you ain't. You're going to try to fuck people up. I don't have much sympathy for a bunch of backyard bullshit.
Well,
Bubba's
I wouldn't-
Backyard Brigade Militia. Fuck them.
I would,
Goalkeepers, fuck them. Proud
I put a
Boys,
link
fuck
in the
them.
main discussion to a video I did on it with the audio from the from the Republican gala. So if you look at the main discussion, click the link, you can listen to the audio of the convention. Or actually a narration of what went on.
What went on?
Yeah.
I'm sure they had a nice.
It's something that we all as citizens need to be concerned about. Just how far the right is willing to go. Look what happened over in Germany. How many people they arrested over there for this QAnon bullshit that they were going to try to overthrow the government over there. Kiss my ass.
Well, you know, right-wing rallies are the friendliest time of the year for right-wingers.
Well, 'tis the season, I guess. You know, I just, you know, it's a bunch of bullshit that a bunch of idiots got together and decided to come up with logos and real neat-sounding bullshit that they try to sell people to make it sound patriotic and all this. They're going to save America. No, you're not. You're trying to destroy the shit. You're not out to save America.
You know, John, the older I get, the more I'm starting to think the hippies might have been right.
I think we were.
Of course we were. Damn right we were.
I think that we should have just gotten stoned and fucked until oblivion happened, and everything probably would have worked out a lot better.
Some of us are still trying, buddy. Some of us are still trying.
I tried in the 60s.
But no, I've said that before. That it was that generation, the boomers, that came up, that rose up, and protested the war. That gave us the EPA, civil rights, women's rights, voting rights, all of that shit. But then they ended up going to work, baby, because you got to make a living. And if it's one thing in this country, is standard throughout history, is they need a workforce that is poor, hungry, and needing a job. So all of a sudden, we went from those years of protest to going into, you got a family, you got to make a living. How in the fuck you going to do that? Well, you went into the workforce, baby. And that's when we let our guard down. That's when we let the ball drop, baby.
I put it off as long as possible. I put it off by being a hippie. And then when I was a hippie, I went into college. Then I graduated. I went to graduate school. And by the time I ended graduate school, I was almost 30. So I didn't go to work till I was almost 30.
My brother would be quick to point out John was never a hippie. John, where I grew up, and boy, ain't this conversation just going everywhere. When I grew up, there were in Louisiana,
thing about having
around
an
the
autistic
walls,
person.
Yeah, there were only two kinds of people. There were cats and frats. That's what we were called back then, cats and frats. Frats, well, these are the kids who are going to graduate from school and go to a college and become a fraternity member. They're frats, baby.
We call those golf pros.
The cats, think of Fonzie, okay? That's what the cats were. I had long hair that combed back all the time. Leather jacket, hung around the football field, smoking cigarettes and getting into trouble. That's what we fucking did. And
greaser.
And I did that up until, well, a little stint in reform school. I came out and went in the military. And then
Oh, did I tell you my other little project I'm doing on the side?
What are you doing on the side?
On my obligatory video game reference of the day, I'm replaying the Dead Space series.
Dead Space. Is that's a game, I presume?
Horror video game series where basically it's survival horror. You're basically this dude who goes onto a ship to try to save his estranged ex-wife. You get there and suddenly space zombies. That's pretty much the entire premise of the game for like the first half. You don't know what the hell's going on. It's just everyone that used to be alive is now dead and trying to eat you at the same time.
Asgard, do you know Magic the Gathering?
I've never been into card games, or I would have gotten into that one. It's just too much math for my taste.
Yeah, well, Travis is... yep, Bart, right, cigarette on here. Travis and Rose are heavily into Magic the Gathering. And
that's the reason I love D&D, is for the same reason a lot of other people love MTG.
I can't. I just...
Is there a game called Future Warriors?
I think so.
No idea. I'm sure there is. If there ain't, somebody just heard that title. It's going to have one out next week.
Well, there's a movie out by that title, so I didn't know. But it looks like a video game when I watched the movie.
A lot of video games don't make very many movies because of one director in specific, named a guy named Uwe Boll. used an obscure loophole in German film tax law to make himself rich by making shitty knockoffs of video game movies.
Oh,
and
yeah.
single-handedly managed to
Take him
poison
out
an
of-
entire genre.
Well, this one was made in Hong Kong or somewhere.
Yeah, even though this guy worked all over the world, he'd work with just about anyone, because whether or not the movie succeeded, he still made money because of German tax law. And he is
That's pretty
regarded
good.
as one of the worst directors to ever exist since Ed
I
Wood.
have. I'm out of that conversation. I have. Yeah.
Ed Wood is considered the worst director in world history.
Yes, there was
Almost
a
all of it.
movie about the life of Ed Wood.
Ed Wood
They actually
was
made a
this-
movie about it.
Yeah, the dude was weird as crap and would take just about any script and try to make it into a movie, even if he didn't have the props, money, understanding, or technical know-how to make it happen. If worse came to worse, he would use just randomized stock footage. So half his movies end up looking like some kind of psychological experimental film from the 40s. Other ones made no damn sense. And then other ones were just so schlocky they were like
now wait a
typical
minute. You watched him, didn't
drive-in
you?
movie fare.
All right.
Uh,
So he's
yeah.
got a market. He's got a market.
Oh,
Even
he's
if it-
cornered the market.
Oh, there you go. See, it's always
And
a market
you-
for everything.
Yeah, and U-Bowl basically realized that there were a ton of companies who were willing to sell the IPs to their video games for cheap.
Make a
In
little
hopes that, yeah, make a little money now in the hopes they could buy them back later before someone makes a shitty movie using them, when the IPs get more popular. It's apparently a common tactic in Hollywood, and he uses to snatch up the rights to about 14 different intellectual properties like Halo and a bunch of other shit. Bought it all, and then started pumping out horrible movies about them, where you could tell that the person who directed this movie read the back blurb on the back of the box, tried to make a movie out of that, and has never once opened the case or played the game.
Just wait. Just wait. The horror movie's coming. Somebody's going to do the life of Donnie Trump.
Actually,
After the convictions, we're going to see the movie of the trial and the, all the lies and all that.
and it'll be going on
that's-
concurrently and
That's the
funded by
movie I'm
Trump.
looking forward to see. The one that
Well,
puts
there's
his ass
already
in
a
jail.
number of books out. They
Oh
could
yeah, a
use
lot of
for a
books,
script.
but none
there's-
of them end with him in prison yet.
And there's actually a really good video game adaptation I am excited about, though. Amazon is going to be turning one of my favorite IPs into a TV show, a live-action one based on the Fallout series.
Well, there you go.
Did I
Attack
mention
of the
Fallout to you
Giant
before?
Tomatoes. I remember that.
Okay.
It's in the chat. Teresa Diggum remembers. Y'all don't remember that one? Attack of the Giant Tomatoes.
Attack of the Giant Tomatoes, yes.
Let's talk about some suspense.
Another Oscar winner.
The guy who apparently is working on the script for the Fallout show is one of the guys who worked for Peter Jackson, I believe, when he wrote the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Peter,
And
Peter Jackson wrote Lord of the Rings, I guess.
he directed it, but
Oh,
the
okay.
guy who was part of that writing team is now running this show for Fallout. And it's going to take place about 200 or 300 years after the world's been bombed into post-nuclear oblivion. And world is...
So we're gone.
Another apocalyptic movie or whatever.
Well, that's the funny thing about
We're all
the
gonna
Fallout
die.
series. Actually, no. Most humans survive.
Oh, we survived this time.
society that-
There you go. Shit, yeah.
It's just society as we knew it before this, which was an incredibly hierarchical corporate versus communist view. Because basically all of the countries have broken down into
Isn't
two
that what
blocks.
we're fighting to keep from happening
I
now?
was just thinking that's what's going on
That's
today.
what's going
Right.
on today is
Yeah.
we're fighting that shit. So I guess if
basically-
you wanted to take what our modern situation that we're in now, our political situation we're now, and extrapolate it out and lean it towards the dark side, then yeah, there are a lot of places this could go.
And basically, Russia, China, and Africa form their own bloc against Europe and North America and South America.
Well, of course they do. And then we're all blown to bits, and there you go.
Actually,
Mad
it's
Max, what
ironically
left
enough,
us in Mad Max society, and we're all out to try to kill each other.
not
Not much
interestingly
different than what
enough.
we got today, except we're still a little bit civilized about it. Still, I'm hoping
well,
they
that's
never end up that
Yeah,
way.
for now.
Yeah, for now.
that's one of the reasons I love the Fallout series is they're actually an optimistic approach to it. Because yeah, everything went to shit 200 years ago from their perspective, but we're not dead. Everything's still around and we're all alive. So fuck it, we're just going to keep trying.
Well, the nature of man would be to keep trying. We would rebuild civilization one way or another. I'm just hoping that we don't ruin this one.
No, the world actually becomes a lot different place after in the Fallout universe. The governments that caused all of this shit all fell apart. The corporation that was secretly behind all of it, called Vault Tech, which is the actual villain of the entire series, you come to find out through the
Halliburton,
lore.
huh?
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They basically built these vaults that were never really supposed to be used as PR things, but they were secretly planning on using them to run experiments on the human inhabitants once they had them trapped during a nuclear war. Come to find out, the CEO of Vault Tech was like a cross between Elon Musk and a crazy
Oh, no.
cult guru.
Yeah, we don't need that shit.
And
No.
he basically goes crazy, becomes convinced that he needs to cut down the world population and end the world. And so the governments never actually shot at each other with the nukes in the Fallout universe. The guy in charge of Vault-Tec launched everyone's nukes at everyone else. And then used the ensuing chaos to get people into his vaults, lock them inside, and then experiment on them for 200 years. Until he finally
Wasn't
dies.
that lovely? Let's don't do that. Let's don't pay attention to all the. Yeah, some of them games are dark. The stories are dark. It leads to a dark place. I think we.
I
Can do
like
better
those type of
as a
games though,
society.
because they have the best stories though.
Well, I see that Putin talking about nuclear again. So what the hell is that all about?
Yeah, he's already out there talking about that.
It's
Well,
because
he's
he's losing.
He's hitting those cities. The main city in the south, in the west. He's hitting it with missiles, I guess, from drones. And there was a thing on the internet showing if he hit that city with a nuke, showing how far the nuke would actually go. And the whole country would be covered with radiation if he did that. You just might as well forget about the Ukraine.
Yeah, Putin better think before he does things, because you think the United States is just going to sit by, and not do anything?
Well,
we can't afford.
I'm sure we've got subs over there.
Well, they are part of the nuclear triad. That we've got more nukes than Carter's got pills.
Yeah.
We really have to be careful, though. He starts spouting his mouth about this shit. If he does and it escalates, baby, it's not good for anybody. We can't afford to let that shit happen.
Well, that's
Best option
China
I
told
see
them not to do it.
Is somebody inside of Russia taking care of Putin. Because that guy's turning into a fucking madman. And he is the owner of Russia. He's not the president. He owns the fucking country.
Well, John, there's
protesters?
got to be cooler heads that prevail,
Yeah,
well, there's protests in Moscow like you wouldn't believe in the streets. The streets are full of people.
They are protesting left and right. They're protesting in Iran. There is a grassroots movement being in both Iran and Russia right now. Russia, a lot of people are getting disillusioned with this war in Ukraine. They're not winning. They're getting their ass kicked. And they're running out of ammunition. They're running out of people. The people they're sending to the front are going AWOL and leaving. It's
and
not
they don't have the proper
good situation.
equipment.
That's how come you hear him out there spouting out about nukes, because that might be the only thing he's got.
They said the Russian troops don't have warm clothes.
Yeah.
If he gets to the point where he gets desperate, John, I wouldn't put it past him. He's an evil son.
I don't even think he has that. I think he's doing this.
You think what?
Think what?
You want to take a chance?
No, I don't want to take a chance.
Right.
No, I don't want to take a chance. The world cannot let him launch a nuke. Somebody within the power structure of Russia, if he starts giving orders to launch nuclear weapons, I hope somebody in Russia snaps awake.
Yeah. Well, if he does launch it, Do we have the capability to shoot it down before it gets there?
I like to think we do, but there's no guarantee of that. If he launches a nuke, no, not if he launches it into Ukraine. Probably not. Well,
One bit
I
of
don't
advice
know.
about
You know,
One
it
bit of
depends on the
advice about-
launch. Go ahead.
one bit of advice about the government is by the time you hear about something going on,
Yeah, it's already old news.
Yeah,
we're not hearing
so
anything
if-
that's going on right now, or the capabilities that we have.
Hey,
yeah,
John,
if
you
the-
worked in the oil fields, right?
Yeah.
And do you ever read those signs that they have? Because I worked in a refinery where that says, if it blows once, the whistle blows once, you do this, the whistle blows 2 times, you do this, whistle blows 3 times. You know, and basically, if the whistle blows 3 times, you're not going to hear it because you're already dead.
Yeah,
If there's the refinery
we've
blows
been
up
on
or something.
lots of locations that are have all sorts of signs that say don't come past this point without a respirator because it's a poison gas well. You know,
Yeah.
and that's serious shit. We still, drill poison gas wells that could kill the crew that's on the location at a minute.
Well,
Anyway.
I worked on the computers at the refinery, so I was reading all their safety signs.
Oh yeah, refinery, oil field in general is a dangerous place to work. We used to joke that I quit whilst I could order 10 beers with just my hands. Fingers, people lose a lot of fingers in the oil field, and so yeah, if you worked in the oil field for a long time and still got 10 fingers, you're doing a good job. Anyway, yeah, everything from nuclear war to cats to dogs to food. We talk about everything here. And actually,
Well,
it's been good that we haven't, right now there's no big drastic news coming out of Donnie or Donnie's world right now.
It's very quiet.
Well, hold
Well,
on to your
quiet.
britches because it's fixed. I bet this week, some hammer is going to drop this week.
one thing I think is going to happen is he's going to go down, take the entire Republican Party with him, and because they failed so spectacularly to divorce themselves from him, there's not going to be anywhere they can go after this. It's going to be the Whigs all over again.
The thing that has to happen now is the Republican Party has to make a decision on which way they're going to go. Either they're going to stick with the maggot party, and they are going to go nowhere. They're going to lose their ass off left and right. They're going to be run out of town. Or they're going to go with the Republican Conservative Party. It will survive over the maggots or it won't. But right now, the fight is within the Republican Party. It's not within the
because
Democrats or the independents. We have a direction we
Yeah.
want to go. We have a platform we want to get done. The maggots over there, they don't have shit. Those that
Well,
are fixing
they
to
were
take
saying-
control of the House right now, what do they got on their mind? Jim
They were
Jacket
saying that
off Jordan.
McCarthy is trying to bowing down to MTG because he wants her vote
Well,
for.
he's got to have her vote to get in,
Oh,
or he ain't going to make speaker.
How much do you want to bet those two are sleeping together at this point?
Ew,
Oh, please,
don't
no,
do.
oh, please, don't, no.
Now I
That's
gotta go wash my
disgusting.
eyeballs.
Yeah, I got to go wash my eyeballs. Nobody.
I
wants
was
to do
just-
that.
And that is
They
disgusting.
seem really chummy as of late, and not in the we're just friends sort of way.
Every time I think about Marjorie Taylor Greene, Jim Jacket off Jordan, Lauren Bobart, I think to myself,
It would
really,
explain the divorce.
that's the best you have in your state, in that district. That's the best you have to represent. Especially Bobart and Green, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Really, at least Jim Jacket off Jordan will put on a good show and act like it. The other two idiots are just, I don't know what they are. They're there for
Well,
the
you gotta
show
look
and
at-
that's it.
MTG's from Georgia. They're not too
Yeah,
smart.
Georgia's 14th district. You have to wonder yourself, what the fuck? It borders, it's up there in the corner near Alabama and
It's Chattanooga.
Tennessee.
It's up near Chattanooga.
Yeah. I don't know. I have no idea. I know there's better people up there. I know there's better people in that district than Marjorie Taylor Greene, and I know there's better people in Colorado than Lauren Bobart. You embarrass yourself by putting those kind of people in our house, and they tried it with Herschel Walker. That would have been an embarrassment to Georgia. It should be an embarrassment to Georgia. To put
I used to stay in Dalton. Dalton, Georgia's right there in that district.
yeah, well,
It's a nice town.
I'm sure it is. Name me a place in America that ain't a nice place. Looks nice. But, I don't know. Politics, when you get into that, now you're talking about a different map. One is physical and places look pretty and people are nice, and the other one is, well, you get down to the bare bones and what's the politics? And that's pretty in a lot of places. But that's what this game is all about, is it? We got two teams on the field all the time, baby. Republicans and Democrats. At least when there's an Army-Navy game, it's over and that's it. We go back to work. This one never ends, baby. This game goes on year after year after year. Swap teams out, put replacements in, whatever it takes. But the game is a continuous game. I wish it wasn't. I wish it wasn't so much of a game, because if it wasn't such much of a game, we could get a whole lot done. And I say that for a lot of reasons. Look at just this past midterm election, how much money was spent on advertising, on all the bullshit that we had, all the paper that showed up in your mailbox, there's billions and billions of dollars. Look what you can do with that money.
But that's the only trickle down we get.
It is, really. It is. Somebody's printing them flyers,
Yep.
or, somebody's
They're good for
putting
starting fires.
Yeah, they're good for, whose mailbox wasn't stuffed out? I don't know how many trees they killed during every election season.
I
I
still
use all
remember
that
the
stuff
one
for my
time
fireplace.
those people giving out flyers showed up to one of my old drill sergeant's houses, and he was still yelling at him an hour later. Made him apologize to the mailbox full of trees he could never replace.
Yeah.
At least he didn't shoot him in the leg.
Oh no, this guy was far more terrifying if he got a hold of you verbally. Because he was one of those smart drill sergeants.
Oh, yeah.
The ones that'll psychologically fuck with you.
Yeah. You're lucky if you get shot.
Yeah.
That's over quick. Yeah. I understand that. Anyway. Oh,
No,
Lord.
this guy's been PSYOPs for 6 years and got reclassed into a drill sergeant for infantry. Welcome to your own personal hell.
Rick Shelley. Gun laws are so confusing. Is it carry on, carry out, or all you can carry? Well, down here in Texas, a lot of times I think it's all you can carry. Some of these guys, idiots, walking around. You see them occasionally in town. They're always walking around with a pistol. What the fuck? Do you expect it?
I've never understood.
No, but
that
something
either.
might happen, and I'm the good guy with the gun. Nah, it ain't gonna happen, buddy.
That's an
Just a
extension of the
jackass walking around with a gun
masculinity.
on your head.
That's what it is.
John,
But-
when I'm carrying, you don't know it.
There you go. There
That's
you
how
go.
it
I'm
should be.
sorry. If I'm carrying, you don't know.
Yeah, I don't want anybody to know about it.
No, that's the point, brother.
Yeah.
Walking around with
as
something you can see.
First thing you learn in the army is only an idiot shows their hand before you could start dealing the cards.
Absolutely.
Now, I would understand
I rack
that
all these
when
guys
you're
up.
walking,
Go ahead, Johnny Fly. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, if you're walking around with a concealed pistol, you do have to keep the safety on, right? How does that work?
Well, it depends on whether it's a revolver or a semi-auto.
Hey, if it's a
Talking
Glock,
revolver.
there's no safety. Glock has 2 triggers. You pull back. When a Glock gun, you have like a Glock 19, there's no safety on it whatsoever. The only safety is the human beings being smart enough not to pull that trigger.
Yeah.
You don't want to go down that road, baby. I'm telling you, I had this conversation recently with somebody. You don't want to go down that road because it's going to change your fucking life. The day you pull that trigger, it's going to change your fucking
That's
life
right.
forever, and you ain't going to never get it back. Never.
Yeah.
People don't think a lot of times. They react, you know what I mean?
No.
Yeah, well,
pull the
you just got to
trigger,
be
baby.
careful because
You're never going to be the same person you were. Never.
I
Life
hope
is
to God
not
I
gonna be the same.
never have to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
let's
hope I
so.
never have to do anything like that.
Let's hope not. Let's hope we build a world where that is not necessary. That's what the whole idea is. That's why we're
We
all
need to get
here. Is
rid
we
of these
want a
assault
world that we
rifles.
don't need that shit. Because it is
Well,
a
we need to
danger.
get rid of these. We need to get rid of these assault rifles.
There's
If
a
Joe
wise-
Biden wants to keep doing it, and they keep fighting. So
There's a wise tip right there. Gary Springs says, "Don't go hunting with Dick Cheney." See, gun safety right there. Don't go hunting with Dick Cheney. You'll be fine. Anyway,
Especially
John-
if at the last minute he suddenly changes the rounds to slugs.
yeah.
Yeah, John, the year that the Texas University of Texas football team won the championship, and they went to the White House to visit the president, they all wore their orange jerseys for safety.
And none of them were
Dick
served
Cheney was
hamburgers.
Dick Cheney was vice president, so they all wore their orange jerseys.
Don't shoot, Dick. Anyway. Well, it's been an unusual
And
night.
none of them were served cheeseburgers by Trump.
No.
Right.
Anyway, send Putin.
I would
to
be
Hollywood.
seriously suspicious of anything that man tried to serve me as food.
Well, he puts more cheeseburgers on the wall than on a plate.
Cheeseburgers, chicken, it doesn't matter.
You know what's
That's what-
one thing that would probably end up annoying the shit out of the White House chef if I was the president?
Mm.
He constantly keep getting kicked out of the kitchen so I can cook.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, then he'd fire you and he'd, charge you with some kind of crime and you'd be in prison. See there? That's the way it works in Donnie's world, I guess. I don't know. Anyway.
Well, no, I meant being the president, I would just I would be in the kitchen all the time as the president, just cooking jambalaya and whatnot.
I can't be president.
Like chef comes in his first 5 o'clock shift and I'm making cinnamon buns.
You know how come I can't be president?
Why?
Because they don't have the he needed slapping law yet. As soon as they pass the he needed slapping law, then I'm going to be right in there. Because I know a lot of whole people that need slapping. Come here, you stupids. Anyway.
I still think we should have a court position or a presidential cabinet level position like they had in the Middle Ages, who's a dude following the guy in charge around. Just basically, it was a department of Jesus. What the fuck are you thinking?
Yeah, that guy. What were you thinking? Slap. Anyway, I guess
his entire job was he was basically paid about half of the wages of the king to stand there and point out when the king was being a self-righteous or egotistical dipshit.
There you go. Well, that being said, I guess we'll wrap it up for the evening. It's been an unusual show. We've covered a lot of ground tonight about a lot of different subjects, and that's good.
Well,
huh?
That's what happens when you have an autistic dude in your
No,
show. You never know where the topics will
We
end
don't know
up.
where the conversation is going to go sometimes, and we should have a weekend like this every once in a while where we don't have a crisis within the White House or a crisis in our courts or something. There's nothing happening this weekend. We got to enjoy it and relax, but hold on to your britches, like I say, because that's fixing to change. There's a whole lot of shit going to happen before January. And
because it's indictment season.
Yes, it's indictment season. Come around.
Oh, and you know that new video game I told you I got on the
What?
2nd?
Which
Callisto
one?
Protocol?
Yeah.
It's actually really, really good.
Well, good. Good. I hope you
It was
enjoy
worth
it.
the money.
Yeah. Well, there you go. If it's worth the money, you made a good deal. So.
The only problems I've noticed with a lot of video games these days is they tend to have minor issues at launch because of the engines that run them.
Right.
But that's something that could be patched out in like a month.
Yeah.
It's not a game-breaking problem.
They'll fix it. If it's a good game, they'll get it out on the market because it'll make money.
Exactly.
That's
And the
the way
next one
it'll
I'm
be.
looking forward to is a dwarven base builder from the Lord of the Rings called Return to Moria that comes out in March.
Return to Moria coming out in March. So make sure you get in line for it now because it's going to probably be a rush on it. Anyway.
It's going to be one of those shut up and take my purchase money.
Yeah, there you
take
go.
my money purchases.
Take my money. Just take my money and give me the game. Anyway, Asgard, thank you for coming by, brother. We enjoy it.
Glad to be the unofficial video game correspondent of the Blue Dot
That's
family.
what you are, brother. Take care of Spock for us, and we'll get it the next uptake next time.
He's sitting right here, and he says hi.
Outstanding. There you go. All right, DJ, thank you for coming by, brother. We appreciate it. And
Uh-oh.
DJ?
DJ.
He must have stepped away from the mic for a minute. Well, I'm sure he'll be back in just a second. Johnny Fly.
I'm back.
There you
I'm back.
go,
I'm
DJ.
sorry. My
That's all right.
phone. Hey,
Uh-oh.
I was just saying that I had a lot of fun because of all the different topics. It was fun tonight.
Yeah.
And Asgard, you and
Yeah.
I get along because you said, did you say you what do you have? No, you don't have what I have. I have OCD. And
I have autism spectrum, but it is a neurodivergence, so.
Yeah. So hey, that's why we get along so well. OCD and autism
There you
together.
go. Everybody can find somebody in life. We all have somebody. And y'all,
I
Blue
would,
Dot family
the
is mine.
autism has always made me kind of an odd duck, but I found the groups I fit in with.
Yeah, that's us, baby.
Better quality
Anybody
over
is welcome
quantity.
in this family, and that's the way it always is.
All right. Thank you for letting me be here.
You bet, DJ. And Johnny Fly.
And I actually got a idea for you, John.
What's that?
On one of the days a week when you aren't broadcasting on the channel,
Yeah?
would you be willing to run another show that's basically like tech and geek news for younger
Holy
people, and
shit.
I could run that?
I would be lost. I
Well,
would
no,
be
I was going
utterly,
to have
I
you
would be
just
utterly
bring
lost.
me in
I'd
and
like to be
run
in on
the
it.
show, and I was going to basically do the what you're doing for your
Or
show.
you'd have to, because I'd be sitting over there going, huh? What?
You're assuming that John's techie enough to do that.
Yeah, you're assuming John runs this shit. Don don't do shit. Don's got kids. I got
He's got
kids.
a couple
That's
of buttons that he
that's it.
pushes.
Yeah,
and that's
all
it.
of this I'm only allowed to touch 1, 2, 3. Okay, I can touch 2
Well, I
on
was
this
just
one.
thinking about trying
About
to
5 or
expand your
6
little-
things here. But
Yeah, I was just
there's a
thinking
whole
about-
array of shit here I don't touch. I
Yeah,
don't
just
mess
thinking
with
about expanding your little audio empire.
it. I'm trying to make some upgrades. I'm trying to do something, and I still don't want to say what it is because I think it's going to be pretty neat. But we're trying to make some improvements on the show. We've been on the show for 7 years. This is what's bothering me. What do y'all see? Just me sitting right here. That's all you see from the beginning. Oh well, we could do this. You can see me from that angle over there. But that's
Well-
it. I can go just back and forth right here. This, we want. It is mainly a show about politics and political discussion and how we do things, but it's also a family atmosphere. We like to have fun, but it just has to be more than just me sitting on that screen. I'd love to have guests on screen where you could see them. That's
Well,
what
what
I
I
wanna
was
do.
kind of
Like
I was
on
kind of
TikTok.
thinking-
Unfortunately, that shit takes money.
Well, we
Always.
can
Yeah.
talk about that in the blue room.
There you go.
Yeah.
We'll talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
that over there.
I forgot we hadn't moved down there.
Yeah, we haven't moved yet. Anyway, where was I? Oh, Johnny Fly. Thank you,
Yeah.
brother, for coming by and joining us. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you
Always.
for having me. I
You bet.
appreciate that.
Anytime, come on up. We'll put up with you. Don't worry.
Okay.
We put up with a lot of people. Y'all put up with me, so we got to put up with y'all. So that's the way it flies.
Well, I've been dealing with the hack and cough for some reason, so that's why the muting every so
I
often. It's like,
hope you get better. And on that note, I hope John and
you.
Carolyn Majesco, I hope you get better soon. They've both been under the weather, so I hope they get well. Donna Bonacosi, talk to her today. What a girl, what a girl. Thank you, darling. Anyway, Miss you, chick, thank you so much, baby.
You're
coming.
welcome, John, and don't forget to like, share, and
There
subscribe.
you go. Like, share, and subscribe. A Blue Dot in Texas, baby. This family grows
she's
all
good
the
at
time.
that, John.
She is. Better than me, ain't it? Yeah. I'm trying to wade myself through some shows, I'll tell you. Sometimes I'm on fire and I know where I'm going. Then today, not so much. It was a whimsical weekend. I got a lot done. I got to watch my favorite ball game. We got some more Christmas stuff done around the house.
Awesome.
It's really been a relaxing weekend. So yeah, I needed that shit. And so
Good.
yeah, today when I turn on the camera, talk about whatever y'all want because I'm pretty chill, and I plan on spending the rest of the evening like that too.
Okay.
Anyway, I hope y'all do the same thing. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for being a part of this family. Thank you for being part. The conversation in the chat there goes on, and just makes this family. BW, Cassie Hicks, Jeff Curry, Jenny Morgan. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being a part of this family. Manana, day off. Got some shit to do. I'm liable to go get my hand cut off tomorrow. I got to. This thing in my hand
don't
is killing
do
me.
that.
I hit it again this morning, and it is extremely painful, and I've got to get whatever the hell is in my hand, cut the hell out of there, because it's controlling my life nowadays. Everything I do is determined upon what I do with my left hand. Anyway, so I don't know what tomorrow's going to bring, but we will be back here Tuesday for another Blue Dot family meeting, so please come by and join us. Join the conversation. Get in the Discord room if y'all want to come by and talk. All you people in the chat there, you come right on over here and get in the conversation. Anyway, that's about it for us. Y'all say good night to everybody.
Good night,
night.
everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
It's the season, baby, so be cheerful. Put a smile on your face and pass it along to somebody else. Y'all